Hi everyone, it's the Comic Fan Man here coming at you with another unboxing video. And before we get started, I would like to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I will be taking the next couple of weeks off to spend time with the family. And but before we go there, I would like to show you the figure that I am closing the year out with. And this was a very, very special find for me. This was the Mafex Batman v Superman Batman action figure. Yes, this is the Batfleck figure from Mafex. And you all know that I have mentioned time and again in my videos that I try not to spend big money on action figures because this is just kind of a hobby for me. This is not something I really have the time to do like a full-time YouTube channel. But it's been fun, and sharing my feelings of nostalgia for the figures. So I try not to get into the super high-end figures because I just think that's just kind of, you know, out of my budget for what I'm trying to do. But I found this figure on eBay for $30. This was an amazing find for me. I was just scrolling because I was looking actually to see if there was ever a Batfleck done by McFarlane in the classic Batman suit, and apparently he has not done it yet. And this came up and I was like, wait, that can't be right. That says the Mafex figure is $30. And sure enough, there it is, and it's in the box. It's unopened. It's in perfect condition. So I'm really thankful for this. $30. Batman v Superman Batfleck Batman by Mafex. Amazing. I was so happy to find this. So let's get him out of the box and let's have some fun with him. All right, so here he is out of the box with all of his accessories. So I just want to preface this by letting you know this review is not going to be as positive as I normally do, because I had quite a few issues with this figure when I took him out of the box. So but before we get into that, before we get into the negatives, I do want to talk about the positives. This cape here, this is amazing. It's wired, it's a great texture, feels really nice. And he's got a lot of articulation points, which is sort of the big point of these imported figures, is that they do a lot of nice articulation, and the paint apps I really like. It's very nice, very clean. They did a lot of, it does come with this I guess it's a flight stand, but this is one of my problems right off the bat. I'm gonna put the figure down for a minute. This hinge right here, this is super flimsy. Like, this doesn't hold for nothing. So you can't really use this like to do like a grapple thing. This is technically only gonna hold him like in some kind of standing pose, which is unfortunate. You know, I was hoping this was going to like click in place and hold, but it doesn't do any of that. It literally just holds to wherever this hinge falls, and it doesn't really hold the character up. So this was problem number one on this figure. It's really nice. I mean, it looks very nice, clear, but it's just not made with the quality that I thought it was going to be made with. Now, I bring up the quality issue simply because you know, the Mafex figure, I had seen this figure on the secondary market on eBay. I've seen it in the comic book store for starting at about like $125, $150. So, and I know that's secondary. I know when it first came out, it was like 75, 80 bucks, something like that. But still, you need to understand, this is a $75, $80 figure. The McFarlane figures, the Masterverse figures, the G.I. Joe Hasbro type figures, those are all, you know, somewhere from $20 to $30 figures. And in none of those figures did I have any of the issues that I've had with this. I was really surprised, and sure, it might just be, you know, my copy just might have been one that came in like, you know, that passed the quality control test without it really being tested. But it's got quite a few unfortunate things. Let's take a look at here. The first detail, the big gun. This is the gun that he used to launch the kryptonite grenade. Look at this. They didn't cut any of the openings out. If you look on the box, that was all supposed to be open, and I've seen it in the other figure reviews that none of this was there. Like, this is so sloppy. This is amazing. Understand that if I would have bought this when it first came out, this would have been an accessory to an $80 figure. There's no way. How did they let this pass? That's crazy to me. I can't, you know, these are the kind of things, or the reasons that I don't spend that kind of money on those figures, because I always say, like, those joints and stuff look kind of flimsy. And just sometimes, you know, you're gonna miss quality control. Like, this is quite possibly one of the worst works that I've ever seen as far as quality control of a gun for an action figure. You know, none of the McFarlane guns have anything like this. This is crazy. So that's that. And then you see this array of hands here, and his two hands here. He comes with 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He comes with 6 pairs of hands. 12 hands. Now, because of the way his wrists are jointed, the hands that he has on and these hands here are the only hands that work. All of these hands on my figure, for whatever reason, it doesn't stay. As soon as I put his arms out, they slide right out. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of hands that I can't do anything with. And some of these were really cool. Like, I saw some of the other reviewers like use some of these hands to do, like, you know, the classic 1960s Bat 2C. But I can't do anything with these. These hands are all useless because it doesn't work with this peg. So that's that. And then this gun, I got to clean it up. So that's out. So already we got rid of the stand. We got rid of 4 pairs of hands. And his grenade launcher. All gone because they can't work on this figure. Okay, so these hands do work. So this one is where I could put, like, you know, the grenade that he throws, the gas grenade. So that works there. And then this is the other hand for, I guess I can put the other gun on this hand, the grenade launcher gun, once I clean it up. So at least we got these 2 hands that work. Now, this brings us to the figure. So before I go into the negatives on the figure, let's take a look at the detail of him. And I do have to say, the detail looks really very, very nice. He does very much look like the Batfleck from Batman v Superman. The cape is wired, so it holds in place, which is very nice. I'm just going to put it down for now. And he's got his grapple gun, which is really cool. It's got the full design from the movie. That works really nice. And this Batarang. This Batarang is really cool, but he only comes with one. Come on, focus. There it is. He only comes with one, but it's a really cool. It's got the detail of the Batarang from the movie. Very well done. Really, really like it. And the suit looks exactly like the suit in the movie. I will say aesthetically, he looks very, very thin to me. I wish he was a little thicker up on top. The legs from the waist, the belt from the waist down looks really, really good. I really like it. But from the waist up, I feel like his chest could have been a little wider. I feel like they made him a little too thin on top. But overall, I like it. I like the look of his cowl. Really good. And I think this is just a really amazing look at the bat suit, what it must look like. But like I said, I've already had problems with some other things, so now let's go through the problems of the figure himself. First and foremost, normally what I like to do, especially if the figure comes in and it's a really, really cold day, I like to heat it up a little bit to try to loosen the joints. Well, guess what happened? This ankle right here snapped right off. I could not believe it. I was so frustrated. I barely touched it. I barely put any kind of pressure on it, and it snapped right off, so I had to glue it. So that ankle is gone. Forget it. No more. Can't do nothing with it. Can't rotate it. Can't do nothing. It's like, and again, remember, this was an $80 figure when it first came out. That's now going for like, you know, 100, you know, 100 and up. So, you know, for that kind of money, like this, you should never have any kind of problems with that. This one, the ankle's still working a little bit, but I still feel it's flimsy and I'm scared, so I won't move it around. The toe articulates. I still have the toe articulation on both of them. That's fine. But yeah, right off the bat, I took them out the box, heated this leg up a little bit, and when I went to rotate the ankle, it popped right off, which was very, very upsetting. And then, no, it wasn't this arm, it was this arm. This arm here came in like this with some kind of crazy gap, and I was like, what is that? So I figured, okay, maybe I just have to heat it up and you know, pop it back in. But no, look, it was completely disconnected. Whatever glue that they had in here completely failed. And this hinge right here, this is in the proper location now because I rotated it to the proper location. But when this came in, this was flipped upside down and the arm was just kind of like barely sitting on there. Now it can go in because it fits into its spot. But before it couldn't do that. And also for all the folks, all the people that talk about how bad the McFarlane articulation is, like, this isn't all that great. You know, for an $80 figure, like, what kind of... He can't do a T-pose. His arms don't go out any further than that. He can't go all the way around. It only goes up to a point and that's it. It won't go all the way around. I'm like, y'all are complaining about a $20 to $30 figure and people are spending money on $80, $90 figures that can't do anything any more than what the $20 figure is. So, yeah, so I gotta say I'm really, really disappointed in this figure. I was hoping that this was gonna be a proper Batfleck to put with my Man of Steel Superman. But as of right now, it looks like I'm still gonna have to wait for McFarlane to come up with something. because it's just, this Mafex figure is just not, I don't want to say it's not good, but it's definitely not as good as what I thought it was going to be. I was told this was, you know, one of the top toy companies, this, that, and the third, and you know, this figure really let me down. And it's really like kind of like made me see that my my fear of investing in these kind of figures is pretty much well founded. But you know, whatever, I have him now. I had to glue his ankle because it popped right off. You know, I have to do something with the shoulder, but I'm afraid to glue it because I do like the fact that it can at least move, unlike the ankle. So it's staying there so long as I don't take it out. So maybe I won't glue it. Maybe I'll just leave it as is. You know, it's unfortunate that I have, you know, all of these hands. You can't do nothing with them because they don't stay on the pegs. And it's unfortunate that this gun came out so sloppy. It's unbelievable. Really, like, I'm glad that I only paid 30 bucks for this. If I had paid the $80 or the $125 or the $150 that I saw for in the comic store, and I had any of these issues, I would have flipped my wig. I would have said, there's no possible way. But in any case, this is it. This is the Batfleck Batman. And I can now pose him with my my Man of Steel Superman. I can have them in their "Tell Me Do You Bleed" standoff. I need a Batmobile, obviously. But at least in the meantime, I can get them to do their standoff, just like the movie. Yeah, I'm really kind of bummed that this is the last figure video of the year, and it's ending on a negative note. Yeah, I had really high hopes for this figure, but you know, it is what it is, and I don't think I will be buying any other figures like these. I'll stick to McFarlane, and you know, hopefully McFarlane will make a classic suited Batfleck figure, because right now he only has the tactical suit Batman, and I really want a Batman in this outfit, because this was a great Batman. All right, well, have a Merry Christmas, everyone, and have a happy and safe New Year. And I will see you in 2024. Enjoy your family, and enjoy all of your gifts. Hopefully you get all the things that you want. Have a great holiday season. And if you feel that I have earned it, please give me a like and subscribe. And I will see you in 2024. Bye-bye.